Yesterday, Israel said 107 aid trucks were sent into Gaza, which is only a fraction of what's needed on a daily basis. But the Israelis say that there's a new distribution system to be rolled out from tomorrow. It's all very complex, so what is actually going on? Aid trucks cross the border into Gaza, but getting across the border is only the first stage. The next question is, how is the aid distributed and by whom? Does Hamas get hold of all of the aid? No, they don't, but they certainly get hold of some of it. And there are lots of reports of aid convoys now being attacked by desperate civilians, and there is violence taking place and disorder because the aid isn't being distributed in the way that it was by the United Nations organization that knows how to do it and has a whole system set up to organize it. So although some aid is going into Gaza now, it's going in a chaotic way, and it's not clear at all that most of this aid is actually even reaching the people that it's supposed to reach. What the Israeli government says is that they're not going to rely on the United Nations anymore to distribute aid because they don't trust the UN and they've fallen out with it over many years, but they're going to set up their own aid distribution system based on what they call the Gaza Humanitarian Organization. And this GHO is basically made up of private companies, mainly American companies, and they, it is said, will distribute aid in 4 centres, 3 of them in the south and the southwest, 1 of them in the north. And instead of taking, as it were, food to the starving, this model is based on the idea that the starving will move to the food. And of course the United Nations will have nothing to do with this because they say this is ethnic cleansing. This is using aid as a weapon to make people move to where you want them to move, in this case mainly to the southwest of Gaza. Gaza is a very small territory. It's 5 miles wide and 30 miles long. 2.3 million people live there. It's got the same population density as Greater London. And now it looks as if the Israeli government is trying to use food distribution as a way of getting 2.3 million people into an even smaller part of this very small territory. And that's causing a great deal of international anguish and quite a lot of international opposition. We'll see where it goes in the next few days. As from tomorrow, it is supposed to start operating.